technology store. Oh yeah, and then watch them talk up the fire. Movie and TV show reviews that you need. Film preps on fire, we're planting the seeds. Film prep, we keep it real. Dive into the stories, you know the deal. Turn your phone, it's the place to be. Movie lovers gather round. 1, 2, 3. From blockbusters to indie gold. Oh yeah, Chris and Alan break the mold. Pop your corn, turn down the lights.
Welcome, everyone. Happy Friday. Lots to talk about. Lots of movie news. The world has gone mad. And there are still movies coming to theaters in January. You would not believe it. Yes, it's a craptacular January, and we are covering it all. That's right. There are movies in theaters. Actually, best movie I saw this month is a Chinese film. We will talk about it. Alan Ng is here. Let's get him on the show. I know, where is he? He's somewhere. I'm going to find him. Just give me a second here. He's right here.
Alan.
Hey, man. How
Hey.
are you?
I should have seen your Chinese movie instead of my Chinese movie.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. And this, well, we'll talk about it. It's
Yeah.
a sequel to a Chinese film I saw over a year ago. It's it's China's attempt at making a Marvel like epic series. We'll discuss.
Unfortunately, that series is the Eternals.
It's basically the Eternals, but a better version of that story, effectively. So, yeah. So, lots happening. There is a lot happening.
Yeah.
And I hope people get this message here. We've got, look at this, new members. Let's say hi to everybody.
Hey, everybody. Kilgore Trout. You just became a YouTube member. And Melrond UT became a YouTube member.
I assume UT means University of Texas and or Utah. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
AM.
I don't know. Melrond feels Utah to me. M45. Morning, y'all. I hope Sunday is a blast. Won't be making out this year. See y'all at Comic-Con, hopefully.
See you at Comic-Con for sure. M. I got a box going out to you.
Yeah.
It's a big box.
And our passes have been confirmed for both WonderCon and San Diego.
So Alan and I will be there.
Yeah. Nerd Far Away, member for 22 months, nearly 2 years now. Love you, Film Thread.
Thank you, Nerd Far Away. We appreciate you. Appreciate
2 years or is it 3 years? Are we on 3 years?
Well, we are on 3 years. Doesn't mean people being member. I think our longest members are 2 years.
Yeah. Lord Thoth, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. Sign up as a member. Join us on X, Discord, Rumble, and Instagram. Buy our merch. Shop.filmthreat.com.
And there it is. I am wearing the most popular shirt in the shop right now. The Oscars Can Suck It. The Award This shirt. And to let you all know, Award This is this Sunday. Alan and I will be there. Badger will be there. The DA, Derek Anderson, Verbal Riot, Dante, Paulie from Latino Slant. We've got guests. And so I hear Zach Ward will be there. You know, Farkas from, Christmas Story, because he directed a movie that's at Award This. So our show is this weekend. I am very excited. Very excited. You can get the Award This merch at shop.filmthread.com. You can also go to awardthis.com. And by the way, I am happy to report the tickets are sold out.
What?
Tickets are sold out. Now it's not dire. Tickets are sold out for the main room. There are two theaters. One holds 205 seats. The other one is 200. The main room is sold out. That's where the show is happening. The party is in the lobby, right? And we have an overflow room. We have very inexpensive tickets for the overflow room. So go to awardthis.com or go to thefridacinema.org and get your tickets for Award This. Alan, do you expect any surprises? Anything exciting? Or what are you looking forward to? I mean, I know some things that are going to happen, and I'm like, I'm super stoked.
Yes, I'm excited just to meet filmmakers, meet the people we've been reviewing films for. Also, there are going to be some great jokes in that script.
Paul Chato helped with the jokes. Also, by the way, Atomic Lori has busted butt and brought a custom cocktail menu.
Ew.
You got to see this. Look at this. This is our cocktail menu. Sip this, which is champagne and orange juice. The Ing Lemon Zing, which is vodka and lemonade over ice, and the vodka and cranberry juice over ice. The Gore pour. These are the selections of complimentary cocktails if you buy a ticket to award this. There's also the gift bag at the end. It basically pays for itself.
Yes.
You get a show, drinks, gift bag, walk the red carpet. You get to meet Alan Ing and drinking an Ing Lemon Zing.
Yeah. I love it. I have a drink named after me that I can't drink.
A drink named after you. Well, you could do a virgin Ing Lemon Zing. How about that?
So essentially, I could have lemonade.
I'm just going to do a vodka soda. So Atomic Lori got me some little soda on the side there. And I will not be drinking until after the show. Frankly, I might have one or two, but after I'm very much a work hard, play hard. You know, when I'm in work mode, every time we come on the stream and you and Lori are all chatty, Disney, blah, 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 Disney. Blah. And I'm like, what are we doing? Come on. We got to work. I'm a workhorse. But I also like to party a lot.
Yes.
Frankly. But I'm really proud of this. Lori did a great job. She came up with all the names. That's and awesome. I love it. I'm so excited. So, hey, work it. Literally, you cannot look for the price of a ticket. You can't buy one cocktail in LA for the price of a ticket to award this.
Mm-hmm.
So while the main room is sold out, buy a ticket, hang out in the overflow, or as I call it, the party room. I'll be checking in on the party room, hanging out. You get to watch it live on the big screen while it's happening in the other room. If people sneak in, I'm not gonna, I'm not saying anything, but yeah, please support our I'm really proud of this event because it really just allows us to give you a short playlist about 80 films in all different genres of the 2,000 or so movies that collectively the writers on Film Threat review in a given year. So, Alan, this is the time of the year I'm kind of nice to you because I'm so proud.
Yes. It's a lot of
rare.
work.
It's rare.
It's a lot of movies we review every year.
I know. Look, I know, but it's not a singular effort. It's a group effort, and I'm proud of our team. And I look so fat, and I don't want to see that. I don't want to show that anymore.
I think honestly, you should be proud to look at that and see where you.
I should be proud from the standpoint of
where you are now.
I made some progress. Here's some highlights if you've never seen the show, and all the past shows of Award This are on the Film Threat channel. Just look up Award This. We'll make a playlist. But check this out. This is highlights from last year.
Independent horror films scare the living poop out of my bunghole.
Are you guys ready to get the show started? You guys, I'm back from the bathroom. I've been snorting pixie sticks.
This award go for indie horror.
This is probably the only award I'd really care about winning in the world. So we went through so much to make this film.
This is actually the most I've had to drink in like forever.
I borrowed money from everybody.
This was a film that we shot on a $30K budget.
I took out my 401k.
We're not going to get Oscars. We're not going to get Independent Spirit Awards. We don't have the huge budgets to get those awards.
I borrowed money from gangsters.
First they ignore you, and then they laugh at you, and then they fight you, and then you win.
I just had to make this film.
This award goes to...
You guys help everyone in this room push the dream a little bit longer.
I think that Film Threat and Award This really are true champions of independent film.
This is so crazy. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I used up my speech last time. I got nothing left.
I guess I'm going to be double fisting it this time.
Yay, I'll be double fisting too.
I'm going to fill this with Mountain Dew.
This award.
Just here to watch movies.
Movies?
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
What the is this movie even?
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Oh.
Yippee-ki-yay.
I love movies too. Oh.
What? All right, Chris asked like.
All right, there we go. We saw the highlights.
Just so everyone knows, I am taller than Chris Gore. So when you when you make your memes,
in real life, yes, but when you make the memes, keep that in mind. Anyways, no, I'm really and it's also I love to just meet people who watch the channel and come to the party. It's hope you have a great time, and I'm just excited. It's like I'm done. The script is done. I'm ready to roll, and it's our annual party. So there you go. Oh look, here we go. Rudy for 5.
yes, I got a VIP ticket to Award This last year, and it was a lot of fun. Wish I could go this year, but I've had unfortunate things happen this year.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rudy.
Yeah.
Rudy, you'll be able to watch it on YouTube on Monday. And by a programming note, there is no verses on Monday. So Award This will be on Monday. We're going to premiere it in the evening, probably around 5 p.m. Pacific. So we'll post on community. No episode of verses on Monday. Verses will be one time only on Wednesday next week because Alan is out of town. And then we will do Friday, our normal week from today, our normal live cast. Then the following week, Captain America coverage all week because I'm seeing it the following Tuesday. So just look for community. I'll put notes, but little change in the schedule versus moving to Wednesday, one time only to make room for Award This. And thank you, Rudy, for supporting the show and showing up. I did something fun last night. Can I tell you what I did last night?
Yes. Oh, hey.
I went
down
live to the Found Footage the Found Footage Festival. Nick and Joe, these guys, childhood friends, they have collected weird VHS tapes like exercise tapes and instructional videos. They have thousands of VHS tapes. I'm a subscriber to their channel. I have watched them for years. I bought their DVDs. I am merely a customer and a patron of what they do. And I had so much fun. My buddy and I, Tyler, went to the live show last night at the Loge. What is it? The Loge Room in the Hancock Park area. It was a blast. And they showed the weird stuff. They showed the strangest exercise videos I've ever seen. They showed Winnebago Man. If you know what Winnebago Man is, and there's a documentary about that, it's a guy who is doing like a commercial videos, like for, selling Winnebagos. Mm-hmm. And he's just so angry the whole time, which turned into viral clips that then turned into a documentary. Also, Nick and Joe, who run the festival, are the featured in the documentary Chop and Steal, where they pretend to be strongmen and go on morning shows, like obscure morning shows in Utah or Iowa, where they don't really fact check. And it's hysterical documentary Chop and Steal, Found Footage Go look up Found Footage Festival. They have a YouTube channel. They even have a Roku channel. And my favorite thing they do actually is they do a thing called Saturday morning cartoons, which are deep dive into like Smurfs or like obscure bad cartoons from the 70s and 80s. And they do a deep dive, talk about the toys and cereals and spinoffs. There's a guy named George on the show that he and I share a birthday, September 5th, George. I watched the show enough to know that. This will give you like a little idea of what it's like to watch the show. And let me just show you a tease live from the show. There it is. We're at the Found Footage Film Festival here. Nick and Joe, I'm told, will be here. So I'm very much looking forward to this. Let's go in and check it out. This is right before all the anticipation. Very exciting stuff. Standing room only. Standing room only. You can feel the palpable energy right now as people are grabbing seats. I prefer to stand. And then here's the show.
And we only had to pay him a shitload of money to do it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, he charges way more than you think he would.
Mark Borchardt did it for free.
No, we know him, and he charged us too. You'd think after 20 years we'd have one friend in show business who'd say congratulations, but no, we had to pay for them all.
We had to pay Willie Tyler and Lester. We had to pay both of them.
Lester had a separate fee, yes. Well, thank you for coming, everybody. My name's Nick, this is Joe. This is the Found Footage Festival's 20th anniversary.
20th anniversary!
So it was a blast. If you follow their work, I'm a big supporter. I'm just a fan, and I like what they do. And they've made there's another documentary I gave to their Kickstarter called Life on the Farm, which you should check that movie out. Life on the Farm, Chop and Steal, Winnebago Man. These documentaries all owe a lot to the Found Footage Fest. Now in their 20th year, which reminds me, we have an anniversary coming up, 40 years on February 6th. February 6th, 1985, the first Xeroxed fanzine of Film Threat came out. What are we going to do? We're not going to do a show for...
I know. I'm
You're out of town.
Yeah. Well, no, I'll be at Universal Studios.
Right.
In Orlando that day.
Right. Well, look, I like to support things that I think are fun, and I like their work. So subscribe to their YouTube channel. This is a big plug, but I had a blast. It's like half stand up. They show videos. It's crazy. They're live appearances from people. It's a lot of fun. So there you go. I feel what's one of the things of tolerating everything in LA, like, the rampant homelessness, drug addicts, wildfires, earthquakes. You get to do cool stuff like that. So there you go. Now, we have a lot of movie news before we get to our reviews. Lot of movie news. I'll start with this one, Alan, that you, I just heard about this.
Yes.
Frank Marshall and Kathleen Kennedy to receive the Oscar Wilde Award. I've never heard this. I've never heard of this award. Tell me about it.
Okay, so exclusive from Hollywood Reporter, Will Ferrell is joining the February 27th party at the Ebell here in LA. He'll present frequent co-star John C. Reilly with his trophy, but there's the lovely couple there. Kathleen Kennedy and Frank Marshall, the wife and husband producers, who have 13 Oscars and an Irving G. Thalberg Memorial Award between them, will be honored at the Oscar Wilde Awards next month. And that's pretty much the big thing. But the reason I posted this article is feels like someone's career is coming to an end.
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
Yes. They've got a bunch of films coming out. Frank Marshall had a few films come out this last year.
Yeah.
Kathleen Kennedy was producer on some of those very good films, especially the John Williams film. That's an excellent documentary.
Yeah.
They've been getting awards. You just get the sense that someone's career is just ramping down, and that now as Atomic Lori says, time to collect the flowers.
Right. So these are kind of like lifetime achievement awards, and she can finally say, well, I'm getting all these awards. Time to step away.
Yes. And so the Oscar Wilde Award. I don't know exactly what that means. I know who Oscar Wilde is.
Yeah, how does that apply to her? That doesn't make any sense to me.
I know, but yeah, let's see if it says anything. Nope, it doesn't. Yeah, so I think this is a better scoop than Mike Zero. It'll probably be another year or two before she actually does it, but I think we're getting the sense that things are coming to an end.
So this is the beginning of the end for Kathleen Kennedy. I mean, I think it's actually you could speculate that right now. I mean, looking at she's getting awards. Didn't like what I had heard is she wants to go out on a win. And this is receiving awards. That's a win. So I can see her in the next year. I think it's her career will be sunsetting.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, the John Williams doc is an amazing documentary, and it's not getting the love. And so, I kind of wish it got an Oscar nomination, and maybe if it won, it would just speed things up. But no. But I think there's that sense that things are trailing out here.
Wow. All right. I think that's smart speculation. Let's go to a comment here. I have another news story.
All right. Lord Comment. Well, I support you, Chris, Gore, and Alan 100%. Don't you love it?
Thank you for that. Appreciate you. All right. Here's the big news.
Do we do the Nerd Far Away one?
Yes. Okay. The nomination of Karla Sofía Gascón, a trans person, nominated for Best Actress. Her nomination has become a point of controversy. And the Emilia Pérez actor had some tweets resurface that I don't know what to make of them. But here they are, translated from Spanish. This is from Sarah Haggy, Kinda Haggy, Twitter account. It's so insane that Karla Sofía Gascón still has these tweets up. Straight up, have never seen tweets this racist from someone actively campaigning to win an Academy Award. There are more than a dozen. There are 4 here. And let me look at these, Alan. We'll read these. New attack. This is from Karla's official Twitter account. New attack in France, beheadings in Nice by one of those retarded followers of Allah. How many times will we have to expel these madmen from Europe until we realize that their religion is incompatible with Western values? We do not learn. Thank you, Erdogan. Here's another one. Islam is becoming a hotbed of infection for humanity that urgently needs to be cured. How many more times will history have to expel the Moors from Spain? We have not yet realized what this threat of civilization means, which constantly attacks the freedom and coherence of the individual. It's not about racism, it's about Islam. And finally, here's from it's another one here. Islam is wonderful without any kind of sexism. Women are respected, and when they are respected a lot, they leave a little square on their face so that their eyes and mouth can be seen, but only if they behave well. Although they dress like that for pleasure. What a deep, disgusting humanity. I don't know what to say about this. I support free speech, as I know you do, Alan. So I think Karla Sofía Gascón can say whatever she wants. and
Yeah.
you can think whatever you want about this, but you normally do not see an Oscar nominee with tweets like these.
Well, I think there's some context missing. I'll defend Karla here for a second.
Sure.
I think this is a response to Islam's attitudes toward LGBT, especially her being trans.
Right.
And I think, you know, you see it on the news a lot, but it's like, yeah, as much, you know, we want to respect other religions, freedom of religion, stuff like that. But at the same time, you know, the LGBT, gay, lesbian, trans don't exactly have a great time in Islamic cultures and Islamic countries.
You think?
Yeah, you think, and I think she's calling them out, and it's strange that no one in the press or the media is at least picking up her side of the story here. You know, yeah, she definitely has opinions about Islam, and I think as a trans woman herself, I think that's where a lot of this stems, and quite frankly, I don't blame her for it, and if that's truly what these tweets are about. So it's the hypocrisy of progressive wokeism, because you know on the one hand they're supporting the LGBT community, on the other hand they're supporting the Islamic community, and in cases like this, clearly the wokeism has chosen a side, and it's not the LGBT.
Yeah. Well, I would defend her right to say this.
Mm-hmm.
I would defend it. I think it will be very interesting. We discussed that the 13 nominations for Emilia Pérez is kind of unprecedented. A film like that to get 13 nominations when The Godfather got 11, and Gary Beekler on the Nerdrotic channel has a very good video review of Emilia Pérez that goes through not just the movie, but the Oscars, this sort of strange, unprecedented. Like, Emilia Pérez is tied with Gone with the Wind for number of Oscar noms. It's shocking. So I don't know, like normally I feel like what's going to happen, the press is really not going to go after Karla Sofía Gascón for these tweets. I feel like she's going to skate through, and that's fine. I think she should be able to say what she wants.
Yeah,
but,
and I agree with Gary. I hope she wins. I hope she wins.
I want to see that speech. I want to see the looks on the other actresses' faces
as
when she's giving her speech.
Crying. So here's the other thing that will incense all of us. Imagine if she hadn't used the word Islam and used the word Christianity instead.
Yeah.
The story would be a much different story. And again, it's the hypocrisy of progressive wokeism.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Let's go to your comments here. We have a lot of other news stories.
Okay.
And right here.
Here we go. Oh, AI trailer home for 25. They should add a franchise destroyer category at the Oscars, though the competition would be brutal. How about a franchise destroyer lifetime achievement award?
Oh my God, that would be perfect. Yeah. Let's see. Andrew Cram, thank you. And thank you, by the way, to AI Trailer Home. Appreciate you.
All right. Gifted 20 film that you want to do? I'll do it.
That's huge. Wait.
What? Okay.
Andrew Cram, thank you very much.
Yeah,
20 gifted memberships. That's like $40. Thank you. It's been a bad month in January, but to be honest, not been a great month for us.
Yeah. By the way, my daughter has requested a member stream for me to do. She wants me to rank all the Marvel movies and do it.
I will watch that stream, but thank you, Andrew. Okay. You're very generous. I appreciate it.
She's setting it up. We'll do it after I get back from Orlando.
Perfect.
C-Sign69, it's the typical leftist conundrum of identity politics. They have to rate one oppressive class over the other. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, there you go. And comment here.
And from Beach Dad, some countries are different than ours. What is his home country?
I believe it's Spain.
Is it Spain? Okay.
Yes. Spain or Mexico?
Yeah, let me.
It's one of those. Cool. All right, Alan, we have so many news stories. Let's get to what do you want to go to next? You tell me.
Okay. Do you have anything to say about Sundance or?
Oh, no, I'm gonna. Well, I'll just say this. Do we have a headline for that?
I think, yeah. Hold on.
I don't see it. It doesn't matter.
I got it. Yeah.
I've got something else. Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me give me one moment here. I just gotta move this tab around. Here we go.
Yeah.
There it is.
Hey.
The best movies of Sundance 2025 reminded us that nothing good lasts forever.
Well, I even have a link which I'll share also. So I was at Sundance last week. I think I showed you, I talked about what my experience was there. It's kind of dead as an in-person live event because the audience that a lot of the films are targeting, they don't go to the movies. It's very strange. It's very strange. And I'll share something. Anyways, read the story for a second. I'm going to share something right on top of that to make my point. But go ahead and read that.
Yeah, Sundance is in crisis, but the best films that played at the festival this year suggest that crisis may be the engine of its renewal. This is an excerpt from In the Review by David Ehrlich. Before this month, the last time I went to in person was January 2020. I clearly remember and will never forget standing in the lobby of the festival's headquarters and reading news reports about the first case of a novel coronavirus being found in the United States. Yeah, that's when I was there.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. In hindsight, this may have been the one time in the brief history of the medium when cinemas were actually in more dire straits of crisis than people realized at this time. And as the sky is falling vibe that streamers had already baked into the Sundance experience was about to be compounded by a very different kind of threat. If Sundance bold and laudable decision to pivot to a virtual model for the following year rather than scrap the festival altogether spoke to its irreplaceable function in the indie film ecosystem, the mad scramble to stay afloat has the unintended effect of codifying how the festival's energy and had changed since the middle had fallen out of the American film business. At some point along the way, Sundance brand had become Crisis, even though both versions of our brand is Crisis had premiered elsewhere. Yeah, so it's just saying, yeah, apparently they're going to move more toward a virtual model as opposed to your traditional film festival.
And they're moving the festival from Park City, Utah to some other city. Mm-hmm. Some of the cities that are in contention are Cincinnati, Ohio, Atlanta, Georgia, and Boulder, Colorado. Boulder is kind of almost similar to Park City in the sense that it's a ski town, it's a vacation town, it's a mountain town. I've been to Boulder for the Boulder Film Festival. It's a very beautiful city. It's a college town as well. But just to piggyback on that, from Rotten Tomatoes, the Sundance Film Festival 2025 movie scorecard. Guess the percentage that all the Sundance movies are getting reviewed. Get just wild guess, Alan.
90%, if not 100.
Nope. We got Twinless, 100%.
Yes.
Omaha, 100%. Together, 100%. Wait, this movie Life After, 100%. The Things You Kill, 100%. Sorry, Baby, 100%. Oh, this is a misstep.
Uh-oh.
The Ugly Stepsister, 97%.
It's the guy who threw up in the aisle. That's the one negative.
April, 96%. Rebuilding, 94%. Sly Lives, aka The Burden of Black Genius, 94%. Predators, 93%. Anyways, all these movies are way overrated.
By the way, how many critics have chimed in on that first?
I don't know. I'd have to click on
some.
one of them. It's a 22 reviews.
Okay. Well, there you go.
So,
Shows you how many critics are attending Sundance.
Yeah, Sundance. I was there for Friday night, and Friday night on Main Street is usually packed.
Yeah.
Packed, I say. And it was very sad to see.
Yeah, I'll contrast it. I was there when David Ehrlich was there in 2020. Streets were packed. The buses were packed. I was scrambling to get tickets because so many people were there. How the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, I mean, we are covering, just so you know, we are covering Sundance on Film Threat. If you go to filmthreat.com, there are reviews which are being done virtually. We have several of our writers got access. So if you want to read some honest reviews of Sundance movies, go to filmthreat.com, look up Sundance Film Festival. Anything stand out yet, Alan?
Not yet. Quite frankly, I haven't been able to. They just gave me access to the online films yesterday, and so you have to watch it straight through. You can't take a break. So I had to set aside time to actually watch a film. There's one zombie one I'm kind of interested in, where it's a movie about podcasters.
Yes.
Zombie apocalypse.
A zombie apocalypse happens during with a group of podcasters that document. That one sounds funny. It actually sounds good.
And then there's just weird ones that, look, just go down the list of Sundance movies, and as you read the descriptions, the word woke will continue to keep coming to your mind.
Right. All right.
Anytime you see two dudes looking dashing in a photo, you kind of know what kind of film that's going to be.
Breaking news. We do have some breaking news here related. This is kind of surprising. I did not expect this. I'm going to bring this up on screen. It's related to an earlier story. This is interesting. Emilia Pérez nominee apologizes now for racist tweets. From our earlier story, Karla, Sofía, Gascón apologizes for resurfaced racist tweets that, quote, have caused hurt. I know this suffering all too well. All my life, I have fought for a better world. I believe light will always triumph over darkness, the Emilia Pérez nominee says. And here is Karla at the Golden Globes. Very, let's zoom in. Very dashing. Very, there you go. So it's already hit that she's apologized. And I don't know. The since deleted tweets, which had been exposed on social media months ago, but were dug up again in increasing numbers as the day went on, expressed anti-Islam and vaccination views, disparaged George Floyd as a hustler, and complained about previous Oscars ceremonies for being too woke. How ironic is that?
How does that happen?
I want to acknowledge the conversation around my past social media posts that have caused hurt, Gascón said through Netflix's PR team. As someone in a marginalized community, I know the suffering all too well, and I am deeply sorry to those I have caused pain. All my life, I have fought for a better world. I believe light will always triumph over darkness. So I don't think this will matter. I don't think it makes any difference at all. What is your thought, Alan?
Yeah, I mean, if this chick was a dude, she would have been canceled a long time ago.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. But I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, and, breaking news.
Yeah.
Breaking news. Karla Sofía Gascón deactivates X account after racist tweets.
Oh, is this a follow? Look, okay, we have to stitch the two parts of this together into one news story. Note for Lori, but this is all happening as the show is happening. So this is there you go. So she deactivates her ex. Yeah. I think she's not going to win. If there's anything to tip it where you can get away with not voting for her, going, well, it was about the tweets, not the fact that this person is a biological man in the actress category. Okay. So,
well, let's play conspiracy theory here. Maybe the powers that be, whoever they are, decided that there's no way that Karla was the front runner to become the best actress of the year. The powers that be, the woke powers that be, decided no, we cannot allow this to happen, and so now they are unveiling her past tweets and trying to sink her campaign.
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Let's go to your comment here.
Okay, Lord comment for 2. That's what she said.
Well, there you go. Moving on. What are you talking about? All right, I have a special treat. Something I discovered that may be the future of James Bond. A PSA was released on social media from the UK, portraying a James Bond character. It's kind of a dumb, like I think it's pretty dumb. I'm not going to play the whole thing. It's 5 minutes, but on X, the Lou Pérez tweeted this out. James Bond has a license to kill hate speech. Okay, I'm just going to play some of this video. Make of this what you will. Is this the future of James Bond? It's a 5.5 minute video. We'll put a link in the description here, but have you seen this, Alan?
The headline only. I haven't seen the video.
Get ready for this. Here we go.
Bond. Good. I need you on this immediately.
I'm still tracking the new Al-Qaeda cell.
Not anymore. Everything stops until this is resolved.
Russians, Hamas, Mexican cartel.
Worse. Donut Hole 69.
Donut Hole 69.
Look. He called London Mayor Sadiq Khan a coconut.
A coconut?
Yes, Bond. A coconut.
Q.
Bond.
It's not even accurate. Khan is on the left. He can't be a coconut. If you were conservative, the slur would land. In this case, the proper racist term would be...
Packy.
Q, you can't say that.
I didn't mean to. He just retweeted his own tweet with P-A-K-I in capital letters.
My God.
It gets worse.
Why is he doing this?
He's from America. Thinks he has free speech.
Not on our soil.
Oh, dear.
What is it, Q?
His passport just popped up in our system. He just hopped a flight back to America.
The Americans won't extradite for hate speech. At least not yet. It's over, Bond.
No, it's not. I'll bring him back myself.
If you do this, Bond, I can't protect you.
Understood.
Well, all right then.
Are you Donut Hole 69, Alan?
Am I?
Yeah. I wonder if you're Donut Hole 69.
Could be.
Use it.
Do you mean?
Dead. Or alive.
With pleasure.
We have to see how this ends. Should we play the whole thing? We'll play the whole thing.
Thank you.
The Starbucks just ahead on your right.
This is the most populated area of Manhattan.
If he sets a tweet off there, the damage could be incalculable.
Oh, it's too late. He just misgendered Elliot Page.
Start a bloody war!
Bond, you have to get to him before J.K. Rowling retweets him.
Wasn't there, Q? Just an empty coffee cup.
Were there any clues?
It's just the name on the cup. Dick. Hole.
Oh, God.
But at least now we know his real name.
James, it's obviously a joke.
He popped up on the system again. From from Madison Square Garden. He tweeted a picture of a black man looting a store and titled it Martin Luther King.
How dare he?
It has 100 likes and counting. 105. 111.
Do something, Bond!
He's gone, Q.
Bond, he's on the move. Bond, this tweet puts him at the Empire State Building.
Another dead end, Q.
We are running out of time. If he slips back into his network of shit posters and anxiety terrorists, we may never see him again.
Well, then we've got to stop playing catch up. We've got to get ahead of it.
Oh my God. Of course.
What is it, Q?
IBS.
The International Banking System.
No, irritable bowel syndrome. Every time he tweets, he's near a toilet.
Oh my God.
I know where he's going to shit next.
Oh.
Whoa. Who the hell are you?
007. License to kill.
Kill? Why would you want to kill me?
For your tweets. Inappropriate.
But I'm nobody. I'm just a guy having fun while I take a dump.
Is that all?
Yeah, I'm just trying to blow off some steam. First Amendment, all that crap.
All right. Never mind then.
Wow, really?
No, not really.
Oh, what's this?
M. He's dead. It's over.
This is an M Bond.
What?
That's right. You may have killed one of my soldiers, but excellent billions of soldiers, Bond. Billions.
Elon.
Musk not stirred. You are a noob, Mr. Bond. I am elite.
Huh?
I'm going to drop a kitchen sink on you, Mr. Bond. Deal with it, loser.
Can I ask a request? We're doing this film. Is there any way you can put the name of Dick, W-H-O-L-E on it? Dick Hole. Because that's the name of this character we're after.
Okay,
yeah.
One more time, just to make sure I'm correct.
Dick, D-I-C-K, W-H-O-L-E. Because that's Dick Hole. That's the name of the character we're following in this movie we're doing. He's called Dick Hole.
All right. So, okay, that was good.
Yeah.
I liked it. Yes, obviously parody, but making a comment on how free speech is, difficult in the UK to our UK viewers. This probably hits home.
Free speech, why America is great and why the UK can suck it.
Let's go to your comments here.
Yes, Andrew Cram, I like elements of this spoof. Certainly a few jokes could have been written better.
Yeah. Brock Sampson, he defecated to America. Sorry about that. I was just correcting. Go ahead, Alan.
Yeah. Jane Doe, please be satire. Please be satire. Please be satire.
It obviously is. It is. Yeah.
JPTRX, Alan 96. It's Davina Duckworth to Jean Hu. Barbara Broccoli wanted female Bond in the 90s.
I mean, look, it's parody, but it's one of those things where it's hard to tell these days.
Yeah.
What is and isn't. Anyways, I thought that would be fun to share. I thought that would be a lot of fun to share. Do we have any other news stories before we start our reviews, Alan?
Yeah.
Any more news stories?
Yeah. Did you want to get to that final Anthony Mackie?
Do you have something to share about it that's new?
Yeah.
Please share.
Okay, so here we go. Did I get that one right? Okay, here we go. Anthony Mackie from Variety says, chill the F out over comparing Red Hulk to Donald Trump, a response to fan who called him the rudest celebrity.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but we'll just...
Okay. This is not, all I can say is this. I've defended Anthony Mackie over his comments that he made. He clearly misspoke. He apologized. He doesn't really have a history really of controversial comments. He loves the fans. He's very grateful. He's in the position he's in, and he has been attacked by people on the left for having very normal views about men and women. So, you know, he's not like Mark Ruffalo or Mark Hamill making idiotic comments or attacking fans. He's been kind of cool, but he is now in a trap where he's going to be doing red carpet and tons of press. He's probably going to say something dumb that will be blown out of proportion. We'll see. I'll still defend him, but I will I'll correct myself if it goes off the rails. What is he saying in this about Red Hulk being
okay?
killed?
So this is from a recent Esquire magazine interview where he says that playing Captain America is my Oscar because I've been overlooked so many times in my career. We kind of heard that already. So let's see. The expectation of what comes along with this role is something that nobody talks about, Mackie told the magazine. Nobody really acknowledges the mental jousting that takes place. When I walk out of this hotel, I don't walk out of this hotel as Anthony Mackie. I walk out of this hotel as Captain America. Mackie said Brave New World is literally the best movie it can be, adding it stays in the lines of Marvel, it stays in the lines of Captain America, and it's fun and it's big. But one thing the actor is not looking forward to is the politicization of the Marvel tentpole. After all, Brave New World stars Harrison Ford as U.S. president, who transformed into a volatile Red Hulk. Comparisons to Donald Trump were likely inevitable and have already become a thing online prior to the movie's theatrical release. Mackie says, I hope as a country we're tired of all the political jousting. Asked if fans making the inevitable comparisons between Red Hulk and Trump, especially now. Let's just go to the movies and chill the fuck out. We could have made this a motherfucker yellow and it would have been a problem. And then it goes on to talk about the story of being it. But he basically is saying that, if you're going to go through the exercise of comparing Red Hulk with Trump, he says, just watch the movie. Just chill out. That's not that kind of film.
Yeah, he seems like a generic president. I don't think. And also, by the way, Harrison Ford has played a president before in Air Force One, very convincing. So, I think this movie is a trap, highly politicized times, culture war kind of being, decided, coming to an end of like, oh, wait, but I think Hollywood has not accepted the fact that half the country's like more than half the country now is kind of not down with the movies that Hollywood's churning out. And but Captain America is kind of a somewhat political figure in the comics, certain storylines and whatnot. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't think he's Trump. I think just, Thunderbolt Ross.
I think this is the quote. Mackie said, Brave New World is literally the best movie it can be.
Well, that does not actually instill confidence.
Yeah, I think he's in a tough position. You kind of understand. Look, we want Captain America. We want Steve Rogers. And he's been given the opportunity to become Captain America, and he's embracing it. And I fully believe that he is the only one who truly believes that he is a great Captain America. And I think there's a lot of sincerity to that. But look, Steve Rogers.
I think this. I like Anthony Mackie. I love him as Falcon. He should not be Cap. Wasn't earned. He hasn't taken the super serum, so I don't find his abilities believable at all. I hate to say this, he's kind of a victim of the story. They had a great character in Falcon, and Bucky obviously should have been Cap. The fact that this happened in the comics doesn't mean it was not widely accepted in the comics.
Yeah, and the reason it
wasn't a popular storyline.
Yeah, the reason it was done in the comics was specifically for diversity's sake. That's when they turned Hulk into a Korean kid.
Right.
That's when I think Spider-Man's half sister appears out of nowhere. It's because we've no more white males in our comic books, and Marvel just decided, yeah, let's change everything up. Let's get rid of Steve Rogers. Let's make him super old so that Falcon can now take over the mantle. And they thought that they were making a grand political statement. In reality, what they were doing is they were ruining Marvel Comics at that time, and they still have.
Well, I'll say this. I like Anthony Mackie as well, but he's not a leading man. He's a very good supporting character. And in all the Marvel movies in which he appeared, he was a great supporting role and an actor I like. As a leading man, what other movie has Anthony Mackie done that was a huge hit in which he was the lead? Yeah. There isn't one. There isn't one. And the powers that be at Marvel making these choices should have realized that and gone another way. You could have even retired Captain America as a franchise, or at least put it on ice for a reboot. But I think this was ill-conceived from the beginning, and I don't blame Anthony Mackie for that. I still like him as Falcon and as a supporting character. Let's go to your comments here.
Yeah. Let me just comment on what you just said, but it's not that he's not a leading man. He doesn't command a $200 million box office.
Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah. He's not. You got to be that celebrity that can draw an audience, and unfortunately, he's not that. And quite frankly, neither are all the other actors that Marvel is hiring to do their superhero films.
Well, I for one am dreading this movie coming out. I'm dreading it coming out, and you'll be gone when I'll have first seen it. So I think Dante and I will be, and Dante is a huge Cap fan. So we will provide our first reaction when we see it, which is the Tuesday before it opens. We'll do a special Film Threat After Dark show. So you'll be in the flying.
Okay, now. Yep.
Okay, let's go to your comments here.
All right. Skiz Spivak for Esquire gifted 5 Film Their memberships.
Thanks, Skiz. Appreciate you.
Lord Thoth, my whole opinion of this guy has dramatically changed after his stupid comments.
Lord Thoth, I would cut him some slack. He's not Mark Ruffalo. I would say, look, he when you watch that clip, it was he was in Italy talking to Italians about this American movie. He was playing to the audience and he slipped up. And I think it's okay for people to fuck up.
By the way, watch that clip, because the moment he says it, you see him pause.
He realizes it
for 10 seconds. Yeah, that's oh my God.
He's like,
I just said the dumbest thing.
It's like,
keep talking.
Like, oh, fudge.
Yeah.
He fucked up.
I think in his mind, it's like, just keep talking and this will get no press whatsoever.
Yeah, I say, you know what? I'm forgiving person. Otherwise I would have no friends. I would never be friends with Alan now if I couldn't forgive all of Alan's flaws, all of his flaws. And by the way, flip it. Alan wouldn't be friends with me with my tons of flaws. Am I right?
No, you're perfect.
Sure. So I cut him some slack because and he hasn't said anything that has crossed a line, but he did say a stupid thing. He's allowed to F up every once in a while. Let's see. But there is a trap that's set now. He is literally walking in a room filled with wall-to-wall with mouse traps, which is the media. And he's got to tiptoe through there and not screw up. Good luck, Anthony. Good luck.
Yeah. In fact, if Marvel is smart, just stop the press tour.
Yeah, no press tour for this movie.
Our own Charmin. Trump is totally different. He is slightly yellower in hue.
I would say the Orange Hulk would be Trump.
Orange Hulk. Solomon Thornton. Captain America represents what America should be.
I like that. Like that. So here you go.
Charles Stevenson. wasn't this filmed when Biden was searching to beat Trump? That's right. Well,
yeah, I think it was.
when was the first time this movie was completed?
That's actually worth. Yeah, when was it first completed?
Yeah, that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
yeah, and then it was completed last year.
By the way, in Trump-related news, he's been signing all these executive orders, and we can hardly keep up with it. Related to this, a new executive order. You want to see this, Alan?
Yeah.
Today, I am signing an executive order making it legal to call your friends fags and retards if they are doing something faggy or retarded. Fags and retards, ladies and gentlemen. We've got to start calling our friends this again. And we will. We're going to call them fags and retards again.
So that's, I did not see that executive order coming.
Mark Clement, just an inch away from calling the fans toxic. I think he's on this dance right now where he's trying to skate down the middle and doing it horribly.
Carnell, hey, thank you, very generous, Carnell.
All right, here we go. A good idea would have been War Machine and Falcon team up in a Bad Boy style film, where they try to reassemble the Avengers as they struggle with moving forward without Tony and Steve. Heck, they could have called it Armor Wars.
That is a good idea. Just let Falcon is different than Cap. Let Falcon be Falcon. And I loved the comics as a kid. I bought Captain America and the Falcon, still only 25 cents. Bought them off a spinner rack with money from my paper route when I ride my bike to the drugstore, and loved that comic. I had the Mego figures of Falcon and Cap. And by the way, Falcon was, I believe, one of the first, if not the first, comic book character that didn't have his name preceded by black. Every character that was a black superhero had black in the name. He was just Falcon. So make of that what you will. Thank you, Carnell. Appreciate it.
Let's be real. Black Falcon doesn't quite roll off the tongue there. Aron Sharman, Bucky had all the foreshadowing too.
Yeah. Thanks. And Sean Hu for 742.
I agree with Chris about Mackie, but wish he'd say something like, I meant that his virtues aren't the only representatives of
I believe that's what he meant to say, that it's more than about, America. Like his virtues and what Captain America represents and anyone can identify with. It doesn't matter what your nationality is. Just like America as a country represents things that other countries may aspire to, like paying your own bills. Like pay your own bills, deal with your own shit, protect your country. I'm not going to go on a political rant. We're going to get in trouble there. Hey, we should review some movies, Alan.
Yeah, hey, why not?
I think some movies came out. I had some other rants I wanted to do, but I think we're going to leave it there. There's a movie you saw that I didn't.
Yes.
Tell me what you'd like to start with. I think I saw a movie you didn't.
Well, we'll do the one. Oh,
we have a lot of movies to review, folks.
I'm just saying the resolution on this photo is not that great.
That's okay, man. That's okay, buddy.
All right. So yeah, let's talk about Detective China. Hold on.
What is it?
It's wrong title. Or it's the title's wrong. Hold on. If I can find out where. Sorry. Hashtag cancel Disney Plus.
What are you trying to do here?
I'm trying to do this. It's Detective Chinatown 1900.
Let's start over. Alan, tell me about Detective Chinatown 1900.
Okay, so in researching the film while reviewing it, I found out that Detective Chinatown is a popular Hong Kong movie series. I didn't know that, but Detective Chinatown 1900 takes place in 1900, in San Francisco 1900. Stars the two stars of the franchise, being, let's see, oh yeah, Wang Bu Kang as Akui, and Liu Horan as Kin Fu. The way the story works is we're in San Francisco. The evil Congressman Grant, played by John Cusack, wants to take back the Chinatown land, wants to kick out all the Chinese, but political forces are preventing him to do it. But fortunately, backing him up is the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1848, I believe. So what's happening now is a lot of stuff going on in San Francisco Chinatown. A Grant's daughter is found murdered in Chinatown next to a Native American, or as they say in this movie, an Indian chief. So this spurs Grant to finally say, okay, that's it. We're going to get rid of the Chinese because they killed my daughter. So in comes a detective, Kin Fu, who happens to be the apprentice of Sherlock Holmes, who is traveling across the country. Though he is the apprentice of Sherlock Holmes, he's not quite as good as Sherlock Holmes. But he is asked by the godfather of Chinatown, played by Chow Yun-fat, to solve the murder. And so that's what this movie is. The son of the chief who died, he is brought in to help him out, and the two go throughout San Francisco to find out who murdered the daughter. In that, there's a lot of intrigue. There is, one of the reasons people don't like the Chinese at this time was because they were cheap labor. You could pay them very next to nothing rather than employ American workers. And so the unions are involved in this story. There's also the fact that Chow Yun-fat's character is called the Godfather because he has created a force of enforcers because at that time the police wouldn't protect Chinatown. And then there's also a revolution going on in China. There are some traders in San Francisco, and a contingent of Chinese warriors are sent in to find them. All right, so this is the thing. This is a 2.5-hour movie. The issue I have with Chinese films is there's too much plot. There's too much story going on. This should be about the two detectives. Instead, there are at least 3 or 4 subplots. It was kind of cool to see John Cusack in this movie. He has done Chinese movies in the past. I'll refer you to Dragon Blade, where he stars with Jackie Chan and Adrian Brody in a very horrible Chinese film. Look, there are things I like about this. There are things I don't. This takes place in 1900, which is essentially when my great-grandfather was here in the United States, living in San Francisco. And so it was kind of cool to kind of see what life was like for him at that time, and then for when my grandfather ultimately came to America. The set in this movie is incredible. It is San Francisco of 1900, and they built it practical. It's a giant set.
Wow.
And when they go through the set, if you've ever been to San Francisco and you walk through this set, it feels like San Francisco. There's one iconic building in San Francisco is a triangular building at an intersection, and the streets kind of going. That building is in this movie. A lot of money and effort has been spent on this. The problem with the movie, to me, is it's too much comedy and not enough action. There is, I would say, a good half hour of action in this movie, and the rest of it is just a lighthearted comedy about trying to find out who the murderer is. Then also the other problem I have is that it leans so much into the Chinese Exclusion Act, which is real. I don't think Chinese people in the 1900s talked about the Chinese Exclusion Act as much as this film did in real life. The other thing I find interesting about that is all the people involved in this movie were never affected by the Chinese Exclusion Act because they're all from Hong Kong and China.
Yeah.
They were never in America like my grandparents, my great-grandparents. they're the ones who suffered through the Chinese Exclusion Act. And I'm actually a result of loopholes of the Chinese Exclusion Act that brought my mother over here to China to start the family and ultimately give birth to me. So, you know, I think if you're a fan of the Detective Chinatown and you like these characters, and you know, Chow Yun-fat, great. But outside of that, I can't really recommend the movie. It just goes on too long. And I don't know, there's just something, you know, as I said, there's a little bit of, felt a little disingenuous. It just, you know, I needed more action. So yeah, I'll give it a 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10. All right. Alan, you bring honor to your family with this review. So, let's go to your comments here, and we are atomic Lori-less. So
what happened? Okay.
So while I'm doing a review, you pick comments. While you're doing a review, I'll pick comments.
All right.
5 or 6 comments per movie. Here we go.
Andrew Cram for 10. Is this the way he said America?
It is the way he said America.
It is the way he said America.
I you know, maybe we're reading too much into it. Maybe we're overreacting. Maybe we're not. Let's see with this press tour. I'm holding judgment.
Yeah. Plus, we pretty much know how good this movie will be.
The movie will be. I think, in spite of everything, the movie is not going to be great.
Yeah, or good. CD969. I'm prejudging. Is this an Asian American version of Johnny Dangerously? Kind of.
That's so funny. What a great comparison.
Yeah, I mean, look at this poster here. I mean, that's kind of.
It looks goofy. It looks goofy.
That exemplifies the look and feel of this movie. Davina Duckworth. Only low-class Chinese laborers were imported. Yeah. Andrew Cram. I could talk a long time about that stuff. Andrew Cram sounds like a bad comedy. It needed a comedy.
Well, speaking of bad comedy, let's pivot to a movie that Alan and I have both seen.
No, I have not seen this one.
I have seen You're Cordially Invited. The movie stars Reese Witherspoon, whose sister is getting married. She's a reality show producer who works for like a Netflix-like company. She works on a show called Is It Dead, where people try to guess if an animal that's in the studio is dead or alive. That comes into play later. Her sister is getting married, and they are going to have the wedding on this idyllic island paradise, and they book their wedding. Will Ferrell plays a dad whose daughter is getting married, and he books the wedding on the same day. When he books it, the woman taking his reservation dies just as she's writing it down. So the pen runs out of ink. He's writing down his reservation, which leads to then the two parties coming to the island, which can only accommodate one wedding, and on the same date, June 1st. How will this crazy misstep happen? How will the hijinks occur? How will two weddings happen at once? Initially, the two families meet. There's all sorts of conflict. Will Ferrell, Will Ferrell just plays an idiot. His wife passed away. He's very overly protective of his daughter for this reason. We meet him where he's baking a cake and making cookies in an apron. He just seems like a real wimpified Will Ferrell. Like I miss him from other movies in which he's a complete a-hole. I don't know. In Anchorman, I love when he's an a-hole. Him as sort of a simpy, wimpy guy doesn't work. It doesn't work. And they do try to force some kind of romance between Reese Witherspoon and Will Ferrell. And though May December romances in movies are, not, they're kind of common, Will Ferrell seems way too old. Reese Witherspoon is, she looks young and hot, and Will Ferrell's, I think, too old for her. I'm sorry. Even I think this. Okay. This is on Amazon Prime. It's a premiere. It was number 6 in America yesterday when it came out. And I was one of the people that helped get it to that position, whatever the hell that means. Look, You're Cordially Invited is a streaming movie that, yes, you can fold laundry while you watch it. You can keep it on in the background. If you walk out of the room for 10 minutes, you won't miss anything. The plot is very easy to follow. We read an article a couple weeks ago on Versus where they talked about Netflix wants you to express the plot out loud so people don't have to watch the movie. They can literally have the movie on in the background and, like a radio play, understand what's going on. There is a funny thing that pays off later where Will Ferrell is wrestling an alligator. He thinks it's dead, but because Reese Witherspoon's character, worked on this TV show called Is It Dead? She knows it's not dead, and she gets her arm chomped by the alligator. Jack McBrayer is in it. He plays the guy that runs the hotel. A lot of little cameos by people that I didn't recognize. I don't know. It's innocuous. It's a 5 out of 10 at best. It's a keep it on in the background movie. But if this came to theaters, it would just be a bad romantic comedy. But it's a movie also that checks a lot of boxes. And it's not overly woke. It's just a not funny movie with Will Ferrell and Reese Witherspoon. Can't recommend it. But, if you already have Prime Video, you can just watch it. A lot of people, what's weird is a lot of people don't even know that they have Prime. Like when you paid to get free shipping from Amazon, you get Prime. So many of the Prime users don't know that wait, I have Prime. Yes, you're paying for it. It's why you pay Amazon to get the free shipping. You get this movies. So, not anything to write home about, but it's also not horribly offensive. It's a like I say, it's a 5 out of 10. And, I'd say also it's 2 hours. Should have been 90 minutes, would have been a lot better. But they try to shoehorn in all these plot lines to make sure you get your representation. So there you go. I do like Rory Scovel, who plays a bit part in it. He's kind of a dick, and I like him. I've always liked his comedy. You'll recognize him when you see a Rory Scovel. But yeah, it's just whatever. Alan, you dodged a bullet by not watching this movie.
Oh yeah. No, is it Prime or is it Netflix?
Amazon Prime.
Okay.
I just did a whole rant on Amazon.
I know, but I think you initially said it was on Netflix.
Well, it's like a Netflix. I compared it to the Netflix, that article. Anyways.
Yeah.
So I don't, this is a pass for me. Let's go to the comments.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I dodged a bullet. Chaos Maker, I will never watch a film with Will Ferrell.
Fair.
At least not one now. Joe Chapman, this film was unwatchable. It was cliche, predictable, tried to be funny with stupid Gen Z, crazy white people, diverse all over, and mishaps. I was bored.
Oh, by the way, Joe, you didn't watch it while you were making dinner, while you were on your phone, while you were on the computer. Had you, I prepared myself a great meal while the movie was on. I did not watch the movie. That is the correct way to watch a streaming movie. Is it's on, but you're doing something. You're time shifting. You're being productive. Joe, I agree with you. It's bad, but it's not. It's like, it's just whatever.
So let me ask you this: are they self-loathing white people?
There's a little bit of that, yeah.
Okay. Brock Samsonite, Reese Witherspoon.
Exactly. I like her, actually. I do like her.
Yeah. Solomon Thornton, Will Ferrell, Elf, Old School, and Anchorman. Yes. 3 of his classics.
Elf is epic. That movie could not be made today.
No. Seed, I'm going to cordially decline. That would be the RSVP for this movie. Davina Duckworth, Will Ferrell is 57. Reese Witherspoon is 48. Yeah, hardly a May December romance here.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, I'll just say this. One of them goes to Sephora and takes care of herself. And the other one is Will Ferrell.
Yeah. Well, quite frankly, that describes my marriage. Film threat from Pat for one. Looking forward to Captain America Brave New World Mountain Dew Code Red souvenir cup.
Are you going to get the souvenir cup? Will you be doing that? I'm not sure.
Are you going to get the Harrison Ford?
I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it.
Look at that. How can you not?
I'm
I think
not
it'll
getting
be just as cool as this guy.
it. Will not. That is a cool one.
That's
a cool one.
All right. Thomas Pickett for two. I just watched Will F's Casa de Mi Padre. I liked it.
Well, that's great. Appreciate it. All right. Let's pivot to our next movie, one that Alan and I both saw. Our main movie for today, Companion. Alan, if you would bring up Companion. We have several more movies to review. Companion. Alan, tell me the story of Companion.
All right. The story of Companion. Okay. So if you've not seen the trailer,
Can I stop you right there? Do not watch the trailer.
Yeah, don't watch the trailer.
Do not watch the trailer. And
although we're probably going to spoil it.
This review, unfortunately, will have at least spoilers from the first third of the movie. The first third, because they are ruined in the trailer. The trailer ruins this movie. A friend of mine saw this months ago at a preview screening. He didn't know what was going to happen, and he was shocked, and it was great. Had I watched the film not knowing something that is revealed in the trailer, I think I would have enjoyed it more. So don't watch the trailer, but we are going to spoil the first third. But all of that is in the trailer. Okay, continue.
I know.
Alan.
I think we can spoil it because it's in the
Log
trailer.
out. Okay, go, Alan.
Yeah, I'll go up until the point of the spoil, and I won't reveal it unless you want to talk about it. But anyway,
you have to. It's in the trailer.
Okay, Companion is a story of Iris and Josh, played by Jack Quaid and Sophie Thatcher. They are on a best friends weekend journey to the mountains with their best friends Patrick and Eli, as well as Kat and Sergey. This is Sergey's house. Sergey is kind of a mobster, and so he lives out in the middle of nowhere, has a lot of money. While they're having this fun weekend, Iris is having some issues. She runs off into the woods. She is followed by Sergey, and he tries to press himself upon her. And as a result, she winds up killing him. He tries to assault her, winds up killing him. But there's a reason he wanted to assault her, because he felt he had a reason to. In fact, everyone seems to have this secret about Iris that Iris doesn't know. So I could end it there. She murders Sergey, and then they have to figure out what to do with the body and the fact that she's drenched in his blood.
Yeah. So what it is the companion, Iris, is a robot girlfriend, which you can purchase, which are common. You can purchase a robot girlfriend and or boyfriend, and they become attached to you. And there's an app on your phone where you're able to dial up their intelligence or certain aspects of their personality. You get to learn how the company works. There are memories implanted in Iris of the first meeting that she has with Josh, which was a meet cute at a grocery store when he has an accident with some fruit. It's very cute. That memory is false. He bought her and got her to have sex with and have a girlfriend experience with a robot. But then they kind of use her innocence, the fact that she's a robot, to kill Sergey. Sergey thinks, oh, it's just a robot. But all this is kept from you until that third. Now, the movie does in the trailer reveal this fact that she is effectively a fembot, sex robot, robot girlfriend, whatever. And she's also a pawn in a larger plot involving the characters at this lake house. So I'll leave it there. The actress,
the spoil was at the trailer, the last trailer before the movie came out.
The last trailer, yeah.
So every trailer I've seen up to that point, it left out a mystery, and I'm saying that had they not produced that last trailer, I think I would have enjoyed the twist a whole lot better than.
Yeah. So so the actress who plays Iris is phenomenal. Sophie Thatcher. She's very sexy. She plays this role perfectly. She was in Heretic. She's also in Yellow Jackets. I like her. I like her a lot. She also played a bit part in Maxine. So I like this actress. The movie works because of her. Jack Quaid as Josh is an a-hole. He bought a sex robot to bang and to kind of have the experience of having a girlfriend. You think he's this kind person. As the movie continues, things kind of more layers come off about the intentions of all the other people in the story. We're not going to discuss those things. I was all in. The first half of this movie, I'm like, holy shit. When they go into the details of how the robot works, how much they cost, the app and what you can do. She finds out, she gets control. This is in the trailer. She gets the app, gets Josh's phone, and sees that her intelligence is at 40%. It's like he wants kind of a dumb girl. She dials her own intelligence up to 100 so she can do more. But so the whole world building of the companion robot, really well done. Really well done. And this is from, I believe, the director of Barbarian is one of the producers on this movie, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I really like it's low budget sci-fi. $10 million was the budget for Companion. I think it's very well done. I'm not going to reveal what happens at the end. Must keep that because already the trailer, I'm pissed the trailer kind of ruins the mystique of this movie. I miss trailers that gave you a tease and told you nothing. The trailer gives away too much about the first half. So I won't go into events of the second half. It kind of fell apart for me for a couple reasons because it became predictable. The final third gets a little too predictable, like, oh, they're going to do that. All right. But I was all in for most of the movie. I still recommend it. It's a 7 out of 10 for me. And I like low budget sci-fi and it's short. It's like 97 minutes. So, ultimately a recommend, but it's flawed. Alan, what did you think?
Okay. So the good is I like the interesting ideas and themes around a companion robot.
Right.
We talked a lot about that. My issue with the film is I forgot what the name of the film that I had the same issue with. Similar to this one was she's a robot.
Right.
He's a robot. Okay, so when the robots take over, they're going to come after me first. I understand that, but I'm going to stand by this. We're building sympathy for a robot.
Right.
At the end, of course, there's going to be a fight, a very physical fight. And the fact that you sympathize with the robot because the robot is pretty and cute and a girl says a lot about this movie. And it says a lot about how Hollywood thinks about I don't know why Hollywood is pushing empathy and sympathy for robots. The things that happens to the girl would be horrible if she was a girl.
Right.
Robot.
Right.
The stuff that happens to the girl would be horrible if it happened to a girl, but she's a robot. And that's my...
Well, the one thing is, Iris, the actress who plays Iris is great. Sophie,
she's a real person, by the way.
Yeah, Sophie, she's fantastic. Like everything about her, she's sexy, but not like too much. Where she's like she's just enough. She's like got girl next door and sexy, and she sells the
right.
concept.
But let's remember, she is a real person. But
I know that. I'm saying she did a good job.
A robot.
I'm complimenting her robot acting.
No, a robot who tries to be a real person. Yes, a real person can pull that off. That's very good. Well done. But the thing is that when you see that stuff happening on screen, when she's getting beat up, when she's there's the filmmakers are trying to manipulate you.
They're making a comment about violence toward women.
No, but it's a violence toward a robot, and if the robot,
but it's a comment on that. It's a comment on violence.
I understand that, but then the character should have been a real woman. Look, if the character was a real woman, I would understand that.
But we don't know she's a robot.
No, we do, because it's revealed in the first act of the movie.
No, it's not revealed until after Sergei.
No, but when she gets beat up and
we know it from the trailer. Anyways, I'm saying the themes are all there if you're looking for it. And look, I still recommend the movie. I'm saying the last third, I feel like it became predictable. Yeah. So what is your look? You have comments here.
Yeah.
I'll
just end it like this. Look, it's the issue I have with a lot of things in terms of how we treat people based on their appearances. Because the robot is a cute girl, we have sympathy for her. But the robot was an ugly alien with laser beams coming out of its eyes, we'd hate it. Same with animals. We love cute looking animals and hate ugly looking animals with sharp teeth. That's, this is the problem I have with all this. And so, I'm not recommending the movie. I'll give it a 5 out of 10 because I don't like, it's the manipulation. It's the obvious manipulation. That I find abhorrent, and I don't like being manipulated.
Alan, I hate to accuse you of this. You're a hot phobe.
No, I'm a robophobe. I'm a robophobe.
You're against attractive people. She is very sexy. Girl next door. You're a hot phobe, and I'm calling you out. And you might be a robophobe too.
I am not a hot phobe. I love hot. I am a robophobe. I don't think robots I love Data, but I don't. Robots are not people. Robots are not people. They're not worthy of sympathy and empathy.
All right. You read the comments.
Yeah.
Sorry,
my daughter's narking.
Is someone talking in the background?
Yeah, my daughter's gonna narc on me now. So because I'm not. Because I could be hot phobic, but I'm not.
Tell her we're doing a TV show.
We're doing a show. Yeah, can you go? We're doing a show. All right.
I'll be right back. I'm getting coffee, but I can hear it. Hey, Sin.
Hey,
good to see you.
Companion was fantastic. Loved it so much. I want to see it again. Yeah. I mean, we can.
I'll be right back, Alan.
Mike MC Wong, movie was pretty good, predictable as hell after the first murder, but I enjoyed it. Not violent enough. Heretic girl was gold in this. She is gold in Heretic. Let's put it that way. A.D. Ellis, Jack Quaid, and The Real Girl. Didn't Ryan Gosling already make this? BMO better. Robot girlfriends sound high maintenance. There we go. Aurora uplinks for 5. This reminds me of Guri, a human-looking cyborg assassin that was owned by Prince Zizor in Shadow of the Empire. Maybe they should turn that into a film.
Shizor.
Shizor. Yes. We Chinese pronounce X's differently. Let me see. Where am I? Here we go. Andrew Cram, fembots rarely work out. Exactly. Mark Clement, companion proudly made by Skynet. Seed says Machine Gun Ghiblies? Machine Gun Ghiblies? Brock Samsonite, sounds like a cheap version of Ex Machina or Subservience or Wife-like. Definitely. Geek True 64. Yeah, I had an issue with this one too. 97 minutes is a good runtime. I do miss those 90-minute runtimes. It's not a short movie because it's 97 minutes. It should be 90 minutes. All right. Carlos Alfredo Lopez, stop robot hate. Sorry. Geek True 64. Alan is a robophobe confirmed. Yeah, I will proudly admit I am robophobic. Let's see. We got anything else? Yeah, here we go. C Sign 69. I see what Alan is saying. The theme is more of Hollywood saying that the robot is okay to do bad things to because they're not real people. Harvey Weinstein's ideology in film industry. Look, Harvey Weinstein did this to real people. A robot. He could do it to a robot. He should have been doing it to a robot, because then real people wouldn't have been hurt. I can't believe I'm the only one who feels this way. Julia Marco. The movie kind of says that fembots were treated worse than real women. I agree with Alan. The robot is a machine. It is made to lower your guard and feel sympathy for. It was created that way. That's right. That's why they use that theme, to lower your guard so the robot can easily kill you. Thomas Pickett for 5. Fembots aren't going to kill us like the Terminator. They were going to replace women and destroy humanity. I'm writing a fictional book on this. Yeah.
When do I get to buy a robot?
Well, here's how you kill humanity. Everyone marries a fembot, and then no babies are born. Aurora Uplinks for 5. A movie, 50s style fast food chain, a series of robot waitresses. All is fine until an angry customer unleashes a virus, turns into a 50s themed horror.
Well, there is if you see the movie Cloud Atlas, there's a subplot there of robot women who work at a restaurant.
Yeah.
And that leads to bad things happening.
Guess what? But let me ask you this. Would you tip a robot waitress?
No.
Well,
Let's go to our...
What if she was cute?
Well, then I would tip. Yes.
Okay.
I'm a sucker for...
All right.
A sucker. A sucker.
That's right. You are.
There you go. Let's get to our next review. What Dog Man? How about that, Alan?
I didn't see Dog Man.
You did not.
I put on the Word doc.
It's all good. It's all good. So we're probably not going to see Dog Man because it's for children. Like, I mean, little children. We're going to skip that. Alan, the next one for you?
Okay, let's do this one. This comes out this weekend. It's Love Me.
Okay. Keeping with the theme of loving and romance, tell me about Love Me, Alan.
Okay, Love Me takes place in the somewhat distant future, when the polar ice caps have melted and the world is submerged underwater. During this time, a smart buoy, you know, a buoy, the thing that floats in the water, a smart buoy is awakened by the re-emerging sun, glistening against its solar panel. And as the buoy looks around, wondering if it's the only thing out there in the universe, it spies a satellite across the sky and connects with that satellite. And that satellite, its mission is to find signs of life. But the only sign of life it's found is in the smart buoy. And so a connection is made. As the buoy connects to the satellite's internet library, it runs across an Instagram feed of a woman called Deja and her boyfriend Liam, and decides that she wants what Deja has, a relationship. She wants to feel love, and she wants to feel love with this satellite. And so she attempts to embody to Deja and to replicate the things she does. And the two find themselves in this virtual world where these two people try to find love. And yeah, it's another movie about robots trying to find love. Another robot movie. So what happens? This is the part that just infuriates me about this movie. So in order to discover what love is like and what it's like to be a human being, where does the smart buoy go? Goes to social media and begin downloading posts and memes of people falling in love. And so now, of course, the smart buoy here gets a representation of what it's like to be human and what it's like to be in love. And that's kind of what this whole movie is about. It's about this relationship between these two robots, downloading social media and understanding what it means to be human. And look, if what it means to be human is solely summed up in social media and memes, we are in trouble.
Yeah.
And that's what this movie is. This movie tries to be profound, tries to make this grand statement of humanity. And in the process, you realize that humanity is doomed because millennials and Gen Z don't understand what it's like to be human or to understand what it is to fall in love. the grand goal here is what is the grand goal of a human being? It's to find out who they are and become who they are. And watching this movie, is this profound sadness that's what Gen Z and millennials think life is. You and I were reading Shakespeare. We were reading classics when we were in elementary school and high school. We had great movies. We had great television shows that showed us what the human experience, because the humans were experiencing, the civil rights movement, the women's movement. We were experiencing a lot, and in this adversity we were growing up in, that's the people we became. And now to see that the sole desire of robots in the future is to replicate humans on social media, just says that we're doomed. And the sad thing is that's what the filmmakers thought was a grand statement, and it's just not. And this movie just got grating at the beginning, got infuriating in the middle, and then boring as hell at the end. I cannot recommend this movie at all. And
it sounds like a January movie.
Yep. Yeah. It's just the pretentiousness of this movie is what bothered me throughout the whole thing, because you could tell it wants to make a grand statement, and it makes the wrong statement.
Let's go to your comments here, starting with Supers.
Aurora uplinks for 2. I could see the value of letting robots have money. Thomas Pickett for 5. Everyone knows to start learning about love, you start with the encyclopedia.
And then,
or how about with
you, Thomas? And then look at this. I think this movie is actually, there's a remake of it with, is this? I don't know. I've seen the trailer for this, and it looks like it's trying to be super profound. But yeah.
I mean, Wall-E was a better movie about pretty much the same subject.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, where did I learn about love? How about my parents? Let's start there.
Yeah.
All right. And then I can bring God into it. That too. Okay, keep going.
No, I'm just, Mike MC Wong, our bud.
Yes. Did I read this? Oh, okay. Bowie fell in love with the satellite pass. Sorry, I thought we had read it. Lord Bass, to be reincarnated on social media, I can't think of a higher calling. Andrew Cranford 10. They explored these concepts in Terminator Sarah Connor series.
Thanks, Andrew.
A.D. Ellis. This sounds dystopian AF. Yeah, dystopian means 2 robots. See, Kristen Stewart has the acting range of a robot.
I like her expression.
Yeah. By the way, the middle half of this movie, like the second act, is all done in kind of a virtual reality world. Kind of a using kind of meta looking characters.
Yeah. All right, let's pivot to what next, Alan?
Yeah, that's all the movies I've seen. So
okay, then we have one last film to review. It's one of those weeks, folks. Here we go. Creation of the Gods 2 Demon Force is now in theaters in IMAX. It is an epic Chinese film on the level of, in terms of special effects, a Marvel movie or a Star Wars movie. It is based on a 16th century fantasy novel about gods that have superpowers. I would compare it to the Eternals, but a more successful version of the Eternals. We've got 2 warring factions, one led by a female warrior who, with her army of warriors, along with 4 giants, literally 4 giant men with different powers. And it's very fantasy. One of the giants has an umbrella with kinds of powers. Another one has a huge sword and can wield the sword. Another giant has a guitar that shoots out like beams of energy. It's the most wild thing, as I'm telling you, the powers that these immortals have. We have the gods. It has almost a Clash of the Titans feel, because the gods are looking down on the humans, and you see the spiritual ancestors sort of looking at the events of men, and it's phenomenal. I saw the first movie, Creation of the Gods, the first one, which was called Creation of the Gods 1 Kingdom of Storms. It had a post-credit scene. That's why I kind of compare it to Marvel. And this one has the Creation of the Gods 2, Demon Force, has 3 post-credit scenes. And they tell you at the beginning of the credits, which are long, by the way, there are 3 post-credit scenes. Don't leave. So there will be a third one. I didn't understand half of what was going on. I couldn't keep track of. There's a lot of characters. Yeah. The main thing is there's a warrior who is now a spirit, and there's a woman who is a female warrior who she has different powers. It's fantasy. It's literally like a Lord of the Rings type epic met sort of, combined with Marvel heroes with superpowers in a tale from the past. I really love this film. I saw it in IMAX. They're doing IMAX screenings. It's limited release, by the way, limited. But I like weird stuff from other countries where I'm like, I totally don't get everything that's going on in this, but I love it. The best way to describe it is, like I said, Lord of the Rings meets a Marvel movie with epic and goofy effects and powers. But because I think we're willing to accept fantasy weird things when something is subtitled. So it's all in Chinese with subtitles. And I was able to kind of buy it more, like the weird stuff that happens. Like one of the giants has a guitar where he's strumming the guitar and energy beams like attack. It's very strange stuff. Another character has these, you understand when the powers are established, this is what they can do and what they can't do and what their weaknesses are and what they're not. So the rules, like to me, fantasy and science fiction elements work in films when you have defined the rules. That's why the new Captain America probably is not going to work for me. Mm-hmm. But this works really well because it's defined and there are ways to defeat these giants. It's epic. It's huge. And it's also, I think in a way, like China recognizing like, hey, these Marvel movies are making a lot of money in China. Why don't we just do our own? So I got to say, I recommend it. It's goofy. It's goofy in parts, but it's so over the top. It's believable, mainly because of the 2 leads. Jifa. What's that?
These 2 on the bottom.
Well, there's Yin Zhao and Jifa, and then there's this other character that was more featured in the first movie, Consort Su Jiaji, who's kind of this evil manipulative. She's a consort that is manipulating things. Dude, I'm tired. I'm coughing here, so I did get this cup of coffee here.
Yeah,
but it's very uneasy to understand like who these iconic characters represent, and it is nonstop action, and it's very surprising. Almost, I would say, elements of Raiders of the Lost Ark, where like, oh, that's clever, like very clever. The gods are not like be all end all Deus ex machina fixing things. They have superpowers, but everyone has flaws. I loved it. Watch the trailer for this. We'd watch it, but we'll get copyright struck. Yeah. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's currently what 6.7 on IMDb. I kind of disagree with that. I think it's a little better than that, but it's my favorite movie I've seen in January because it's so wild. You just never believe this would exist. And it is really simple kind of archetypes, the princess, the king, the hero, the warrior, and then mixed in with all these factions, coming up against each other are gods with superpowers. So they didn't have the word superhero. back then when the fantasy novel was written in the 16th century. Do you believe it? It's amazing. So they were gods, but they're basically superheroes. One is this young boy who has these rings on his the bottom of his feet, which turn into like these propulsion fire. So he doesn't fly, he like walks, but he has jet propulsion. They really define these superpowers really well in it visually. It's a feast. If it's on, see it in IMAX if you're able, because there are scenes where you're like, oh my God, this thing is epic. I'll probably see it again. But when I saw the first one, it was out of the blue. And I thought, well, this is weird. Didn't realize it's an entire series and there's a third movie coming. It's building up to this epic battle. I mean, everything that was in this, the middle movie of this, assuming it's a trilogy, is fantastic. So strong recommend. And Alan, the fact that you did not see this, you bring dishonor to your family.
No, I saw Detective Chinatown.
That's okay. All right. We both saw Chinese films.
Both saw Chinese. So do I need to see the first movie?
You can probably get, because there's a preamble that catches you up. I assume the first movie you can find on streaming. You do not see this in a theater. Don't worry about the first movie. You can catch up. It's very simple. There's this army is fighting this army. Go. Like, you don't need the backstory, but I would go back and we watch the first movie later, but see this because it's in a theater now. Go see it.
Yeah, and then when you say you got kind of lost and confused, I could definitely see that happening.
Well, only because there are so many characters. Yeah. So, yeah, it's Andrew. We'll get to your comments. Yeah. I doesn't matter. I'm like, look, I'm sure that Chinese people watch Lord of the Rings and say, well, there's a lot of white people in this movie, a lot of characters. It's okay. I'm not turned off. There are clearly characters they're focusing on more. That's all you need. And I like something that's kind of challenging.
Yeah, there are a lot of white people with long blonde hair.
Yeah, no, but look, I'm just saying, I when I say a lot of characters, I mean I can't pronounce their names.
Yeah. Keeping track. The issue for me is keeping track of characters.
Well, that's not as bad because they have attributes. Mm-hmm. The thing is, I'm not, Yin Zhao, Ji Fa, Su Da Ji, King Yin Shu, like.
Yeah, well, that's why superheroes wear costumes.
Right.
You differentiate them, and you can get what their powers are.
Anyways, how long is it? The running time is a little it's over 2.5 hours, 2:24, 2 hours and 24 minutes. But it's worth it. It earns that running time. So I recommend it. It was a lot of fun. The action was like very clever, like Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones, like clever. So I'm recommending it.
Yeah, Detective Chinatown was 10 minutes shorter, and I should have seen your movie instead.
Yeah. So recommend from me, and you don't need to see the first, but you should see what this is. Look, guess what? Another thing, I don't think I even have to mention this. There is zero wokeness in this thing. There are male warriors and female warriors, but they're not like Mary Sue's, right? Like there's nothing about this it's just a cool, weird, spiritual, sci-fi, gods, epic superhero thing from another country, and it's worth seeing.
And newsflash, there's zero diversity in this movie.
There's no diversity. It's all Asians, and I'm fine with it. So recommend.
It's all Chinese.
Let's go to your comments.
Andrew Cram, sounds confusing and exhausting to watch. That's
generally
my approach to Chinese movies. But it's like that's how I view Chinese and Indian films. It's confusing and exhausting. Haggis Lover, China has been pushing out some great, enjoyable, silly films lately. They've been doing that for a while.
I love it. I grew up watching Ultraman and Johnny Sacco and Toho Godzilla movies. I like stuff that's weird and different.
Yeah, and if you want another one, Twilight of the Warriors, Walled In is a
That
good
was great. You and I both saw that one.
Yeah. ADLS24, a lot of characters is Frank saying all Chinese people look the same.
They do not in this man. I don't mean that. I'm saying I identify them. I can't identify them by name because the names sound so similar.
They're not English, yes.
Shi Zhong and John Fu and Shi Feng and go ahead and clip that.
Jing Zhong.
Racist,
yeah, that's right.
Racist critic likes Chinese movie.
Razorbird, man, this sounds like a great video game. Get on this Nintendo.
And Razorburn, you would like this movie. Watch if you can see it. Like, come on, open your mind.
Yeah, but if Nintendo did, there would be at least one black guy in it. Thomas Pickett for 5. if there's a superhero named the Might Boner.
The Mighty Boner. I know what he means. The Mighty Boner.
You know what his superpowers are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you for that. So
I want to see that costume for as well.
I recommend it. I like stuff that's weird and all that. So we're gonna leave it there. I do want to say last thing for those, because not a lot of people were watching at the beginning. I went to see the live Found Footage Fest 20th anniversary, got myself a poster. Go to foundfootagefest.com or subscribe to their YouTube channel and check them out. Had a great time going to the show. I also want to remind people, Award This is sold out, but we do have tickets for the overflow. We have tickets in the overflow room. Go to awardthis.com or the Frida Cinema and check that out. And by the way, if you go to tickets are still available in the overflow. Get those tickets.
You still get the gift bag, the drinks, and the party afterwards as well.
The drinks and the pre-party and the red carpet and the drinks that I love these drinks. I am going to be drinking the Ing Lemon Zing and the Gore Pour. And the Sip This. I'm going to try one of each. What about you, Alan?
I'm going to drink the cranberry juice, the lemonade, and the orange juice.
Yeah. Alan is not a drinker, but go to awardthis.com and a programming note. No Versus on Monday. Versus moves to Wednesday next week only. We will be Award This will premiere Monday night, time TBD. We have to get past all the copyright shit. So,
yeah,
we've got to deal with that Monday morning. But Award This, you can watch Monday night if you're not able to attend. Alan and I will be there on Monday. I'm very much looking forward to it. Alan, that's really, if you ask me what's going on this weekend, Award This on Sunday.
Okay, so I'll be at Award This, obviously. I'll also be at MegaCon next week. And then on Thursday the 13th at Disney Springs at 7:30, I'm watching Captain America: Brave New World. You're free to join.
Okay, where is that again? The details.
The AMC at Disney Springs. It's the 7:30. It's the non-frills theater, so it's the laser theater only, not the IMAX or the 3D or any of that stuff.
Awesome, cool. So yeah, I want to. Last thing, thank our mod, Lord Thoth, who is probably going to go see Captain America. I don't know. We'll see. My expectations are pretty low for that film.
Yeah.
But thank you to Lord Thoth. Thank you, Atomic Glory. Thank you to our producer, Atomic Glory and Glenn. I appreciate them. So I want to say thanks to them. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. You know what to do. Sign up as a member and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Can't wait. And if you are at Award This, you see Alan or I, come up and say hi.
Yeah.
You want to get a picture? We can get pictures on the red carpet. We actually had to buy a red carpet.
This time?
It's the same carpet.
Oh, but we bought
last year. We bought a red carpet. which we use once a year. And thank you, Andrew Cram. We appreciate you. Thanks to everyone in the chat who sent a super or a comment. We appreciate you. And it's going to be an exhausting weekend, Alan.
Yeah.
It will be an exhausting weekend.
I'm on vacation. I'm on vacation for 2 weeks, and it's going to be exhausting.
It'll be exhausting, but we appreciate all of you. It's our once a year party, and thank you so much, Alan.
Let's get out of here.
Resurface.